We will be starting today lookup topics. So lookups are
Okay.
various types. Okay, it is VLOOKUP. Okay, it is H lookup, and we have something called index. Okay, and we have something called match and index and match. Okay, mix it together. So don't worry, like within some upcoming minutes, you will understand everything. No need to worry about that. So just a brief overview. What you might have heard a lot of people, hey, we can do this thing with VLOOKUP. We can do this thing with like index and match. You might have heard VLOOKUP. A lot of people have said, do you know VLOOKUP or like have you used anytime VLOOKUP? Did you do that, Manan, anytime?
No.
Okay. So VLOOKUP is a kind of thing that whenever you have some, for example, let's say, just for an example, let's say you have a table one. Okay, table one. This table has employee number. Okay, and you have some other table, table two. Okay, employee number and the name of the employee. Now the table 2 has employee number, name, and it's a city and something called hire date. Okay. Now we have
Mm.
two tables, right? Table 1 and table 2, first thing. And this employee number is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay.
And here also 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's say uh, Hanif, Nadeem, Ravi, Shravan. Okay. City is something like Toronto, New York, well, you can say San Francisco. Okay. And it is something like two March. Okay. 7 March, 9 March. It's so simple, right? We have table 1 and we have table 2. It is on the same sheet, right?
Okay.
It's this is a sheet, right? We look up as a sheet. It's on the same sheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the same sheet, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And on within same sheet, we have two tables, table 1 and table 2. Now, table 1 has only employee number. Table 2 has employee number, name, city, and hire date, right? Now,
Yes.
like I just want to get the employee name from table 2, right? I have a common thing called employee number. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a common thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 is a common thing. Likewise, let's say I have thousands of rows in the table 2, thousands of rows. Okay. For example, here I just showed only 4 rows. Like we have only 4 employees. There could be thousands of employees in an organization. So manually yeah, employee 1 is Hanif, right? Oh, employee 2 is Nabi. So this is for 4 employees. I can put the names directly, right? Ravi, Shravan. It's so easy, right?
Yes.
But what if I have a list around thousands of employees? and I could say like I have 1,000 employees. I'm saying that 998. Okay, the employee number 678, 568. Okay, and 456. So these are the employee numbers out of 1,000 employees. I just want their names. So manually, I cannot go and check out like, yeah, 999 is something like some person whose name is X, and 678 is some person whose name is Y, right? I cannot do that, right? I need some formula to identify that. One, two, three, four. So now tell me, what is the common thing between these two tables?
Um, Employee number.
Yeah, right. So employee number is something like which is unique for every employee, and it is not duplicate one, right? In any organization, in any table, employee number won't be a duplicate one, right?
Yes.
So just consider that first thing. Whenever you're doing like, even if there are duplicates, the VLOOKUP will pick up the first value. Okay. Let's say I have
Okay.
I have one more Hanif. His name is Hanif Sayyed. Okay. Let's say there is a duplicate also in this. Okay. Okay. Let's forget this one. We'll just teach you after basic VLOOKUP. Now, what we are going to do is we are just going to put VLOOKUP in a table one to get name. Okay, to get only name.
Okay.
Our main target right now is to get name of an employee using employee number from table two.
Okay.
You're clear with our aim?
Yes, kind of, yes.
So employee number is a unique identifier that we have. Okay. Now what I am going to do,
Okay.
I'll just say is equal to VLOOKUP. Okay.
Okay.
I got it. I'll just go over here and just put say insert function. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is saying lookup value. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
what are you trying to look here? What are you picking first? Based on which field you are trying to check the table, the next table. Okay. In the table one, what you have? What are you trying to check with? You have employee number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just check that employee number. And then you have table array, and from which table you are trying to pick, okay, employee number, so that it will check the other column. Okay, I'm checking this. I'm taking table 2. Okay. Okay, you got it.
Okay. Yes.
Now column index number, right? So just tell me uh, like from employee number is a for table 2, employee number is the first column, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the name column then? Is it second column?
Nadeem.
No, it's a second row within this table. Within
Mm-hmm.
this table, employee number is first column, right? First
Yes.
column. The second
So,
column is name. Third column is city, right?
yes.
Fourth column is hired date. So our column
Yes.
index number to get name. Our aim is to get name, right?
Yes.
So it is two. The two is the reason because it is in second column with respect to employee number. Employee number is in the first column and the name is in the second column. Okay.
Yes.
For example, if you want to get city rather than name over here, so this column index number should be 3 because column 1, column 2, column 3. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear or a bit confusion? Okay. Just for now, let's go with column 2. Column index number is 2. Okay.
Okay.
Because we're getting name, right? Now range
Yep.
lookup. Now range lookup. What is this? Try to understand over here. So range lookup is a logical value to find the closest match in the first column, stored in ascending order. True or omitted, find an exact match. So range lookup has two options, either true or false. Okay. False
Okay.
will find an exact match. True will find the closest match. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go largely. Lot of times we always go with the false, right? LSC. Okay. Now let's say for example, it is employee number that we have to is equal to one, right? Employee number is one. From table five, we have picked hold the table, right? From here to here, hold the table. So of this second column, and the range lookup is false, that is giving Hanif as an output, which is true, right? For employee one, the name is Hanif, right? That's true, right? It's returning Hanif.
Mm-hmm.
Say okay over here. Okay, it's finding exact match. So we got Hanif, we got Nadeem, we got Ravi, we got Shravan, right?
Yeah.
So simple, right? Did you got what I said just now, like regarding VLOOKUP?
They're confusing for me.
Okay, got it. So don't worry, like I'll just explain one more time. Okay. Now
Okay.
let's remove table format so that you'll understand more easily. Let's clear off the table format. I'm just clearing the table format, even from here as well. Just clear off table format. Okay.
Yeah.
And the name. So just forget about table, and we gonna have something like there's no table right now. No, it's not in the table format. But anyhow, you have to consider this as one table, this as second table. The only difference is we don't have the format. We are not taking the format. Okay.
Okay.
This just try to understand. Okay. Okay. Now our agenda is to get the name of an employee. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see over here. I'm going to formula, recently used formula, or let's say insert function, and then I'll just pick up logical. I go for VLOOKUP function, say okay, I get this pop-up with the arguments. So how many arguments we have in a VLOOKUP function? Remember when I said that the formula will always start with equal to, and it will always have arguments, and it will always retain a value. Okay,
Yes.
so these three things I said about formula. Lookup value is employee one. Okay, and then table array is this table. Okay, you see that I12 to L16, right? I12 to L16. That's a one table. Now I'm just going to log this with the F4. Okay. It means that whenever I copy paste this formula, whatever formula I'm going to implement, this table array is not going to change. Okay. That's what I'm doing with the logging. This is called absolute reference. If you remember the
Okay.
relative and absolute reference, we are locking the cells so that we are making sure that whenever we copy paste our formula, it's not going to change with as we copy paste the formula in the consecutive cells or in a range. So that's where it helps to lock the table. Okay, column index number is, let's say this is first column, this is second column. So I'm just going to
Yes.
pick the second column. Okay. Now range lookup. Either it can be true or it can be false. So false even can be represented with 1. Okay. Sorry. It's represented with 0. Okay.
Okay.
So it is going to find exact match. Let's say okay. So we got Hanif, right? First
Yes.
employee is Hanif. Let's drag
Yes,
it.
I got it.
Yeah, let's drag it down. We got all the 4 employees. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Is it simple?
Yes.
Now let's say for example, I just want city, okay, and also hire date. There are possibilities, right? And you have a list over here like only 4 and 3. 1, 2. It's almost reversed, right? This is your list, and you want the VLOOKUP. This could be the real area where you need to find the names, right? They are
Mm-hmm.
kind of like not in the in a sequential way. Like in table one, they are into 1, 2, 3, 4, but here they are not into the sequential way. And this could be the realistic uh, uh, data that you might face in real-time environments. So now you want city, okay? So how you wanna get it? And tell me using this formula. Let's say this is C13 is a lookup value, right? This is the first argument. Table array.
Okay.
This is the second argument. You're picking this table. Okay. And this is the second column index number. From there, you're picking the names of this table. And the value is, range lookup value is false. So now in a similar terms, now let's say if you don't want the name here, you want the city over here. Okay. City. Now, what is that modification that you are going to do to this formula? Can you guess that?
Uh, we're going to choose third column,
Column index number
3.
3, right? So we got San Francisco. Now, let's say if you want higher date, what are you going to do here?
Column 4.
That's right, that's good. So if you see this format, you can try to identify like Jan 1st, 1900. From there, March 9th is having 44,994 days. Do you remember the concept, what we learned?
Yes.
So go to home, change it to short date, short date. Okay, we got the dates, right?
Yes.
Now let's say, like you want a name over here, not okay. It's a name over here, and what you're trying to do is, you are expecting that you're copying and pasting over here. Okay? It's giving an error, right? So can you identify why it is giving an error?
Um, because name is on second column
Mhm.
and we didn't change it.
Yeah, so I'll just make it two, okay? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Enter. But again, it is giving error. Can you find the reason?
Um, yes. It's
Yeah,
but the row should be 4.
the row should be four. This one. This one you're saying?
Uh, the second column and the row should be 4, no? For the first one.
This one.
Yes,
Lookup value should be,
4.
it should be, yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Then enter. So we got it, right?
Yes.
I hope you are able to make the things out, right?
Yes. Yeah, I got it.
So VLOOKUP is simple, right? So hope you got the concept of VLOOKUP. It's a vertical lookup. So V is nothing but vertical lookup. So we have pretty much other examples. Let's say over here. So we have an employee ID, first name, last name, department, and pay rate. So your assignment is, now you have seen the VLOOKUP within a sheet, okay? This is one sheet, and within a sheet you have two tables. And here you have seen the VLOOKUP. Now let's say like you have a sheet over here, and you want last name, department name, pay rate from the master employee list data. Okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
a VLOOKUP between the sheets. This is a VLOOKUP within the sheets, and there is a VLOOKUP between the workbooks. Okay, you got it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
basically, we have three types of VLOOKUPs based on where they are available. Let's say in this thing, I'm just going to put VLOOKUP, okay, the employee ID and table array. What is my table array? I'm just going to pick this, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What I want, last name is 3, right? Comma 0. I think last name is 2, right? Here. Now, let's say last name I got 2, Smith as right in the second column. I'm just going to drag it. Okay. So it gave the values, right? It gave some values. Let's interchange this 1054. Okay. Don't get confused. So we got the values, right? So similar way you can try for department and pay rate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I got it.
So you are going to get department and pay rate with your homework. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, so I'm going to get department of pay rate on my own.
Yeah, you're going to practice that.
Okay.
And if you don't get, let me know. Okay.
Okay.
So now here is the one like H lookup. HLOOKUP is largely not used much, but anyhow, for knowledge sake, I'm going to teach you. And whenever you think about HLOOKUP, it is horizontal lookup. Now let's say like we have warehouse in one inventory, second inventory, third inventory, and the product is XP200. And with our master inventory list, we have the product over here, right? XP200 is available over here, right? And warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3, it is available in the horizontal way, right? Now in VLOOKUP, we had this first name, last name in a vertical way. Here it is in a horizontal way. That's the difference. And we're gonna see what exactly, how exactly we can get the value. Okay. Let's say is equal to H lookup. Okay. And then let's go for insert formulas, insert function. Okay, lookup value. What is our lookup value? It's this one, right? B3. And what is our table array? It's going to be this one. Okay. And what is our row number? So what is our row index number? So in the VLOOKUP, we have seen column index number, right? Here it is saying row
Mhm.
index number. What is that? So it is warehouse 1, right? So it is going to be 1. Okay. It is going to be 1.
Okay.
Okay. Then what is the range lookup? We have the same way, it is true or false. Let's go with the false. Okay. Let's say okay. So since we have given 1 of the range from A2 to G5, it's picking the first row. It's picking this row, okay? And it is saying XP200, uh, like XP200 is the lookup value that we are looking at. So retaining the same thing, okay? Now let's say this has to, we got the right value for warehouse 1, okay?
Yeah.
You're able to understand that you're able to make the difference between horizontal HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Yeah.
So, can we stick to VLOOKUP if we don't really use HLOOKUP in real life?
Yeah, in real life, largely we will use only VLOOKUP. But for knowledge sake, you just try to understand the difference between HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Okay.
Okay.
Even if you don't understand
Okay.
now, just go back to something like Google and research what is the difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Okay.
Okay.
So don't stress out for HLOOKUP much, but try to understand why we are using. There could be a lot of scenarios where if you're getting complex and complex things, so HLOOKUP will come handy and you have to use it. So once you understand
Okay.
VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP is so simple. It's just, I'll
Okay.
show you, you just copy this data, transform it. Okay.
Okay.
Again, this can be used as VLOOKUP, right?
Okay.
You got it? What I have shown you? I made the columns as rows and rows as column.
Okay.
You got it? What I did? These are
Yes.
columns, right? I made them rows. So these are rows.
Yes. 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 I got it.
These
Yeah.
are rows. I made them columns. Okay.
Yes.
Only that is the difference.
Okay.
Let's move on to index and match function. So what is this index and match functions and why do we need to use this? Okay. Let's say, for example, I'll just speak about this. In this example, I have an employee number from just here to, I just moved employee number from here to here. Okay. So I have an employee number
Okay.
here and I want to get employee name. Okay. Earlier it was employee number was here, right? Now it is here. Now I want to get an employee name. So can I use VLOOKUP?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I'll just try it. Okay. Is equal to VLOOKUP. This is the employee lookup value. Then from let's say from employee number, I'm just need to whatever is available at the right side of this employee number, which is a unique identifier, only those columns can be done with the VLOOKUP, or only those columns we can get as a VLOOKUP, right? That is
Okay.
the limitation that we have in a VLOOKUP. It cannot go in a reverse way. Okay, it cannot go in a backside. From from employee number, it can always go to the right side, right? It cannot go backside. It
Hmm.
cannot go left side. That's where limitation of VLOOKUP happens, and people like always use this kind of scenarios in interviews or even in realistic scenarios. You will face a lot of these scenarios, right?
Yes.
So, but in general, you can do one more thing over here. If I am saying VLOOKUP always goes in a right to left side, right? So what you can do is just you can copy this and paste over here. You can get that way. But what if you have a large data and if you want to just make sure that you're not duplicating any data. This is a duplicate, right?
Hmm.
This is name. Two columns are duplicate, right? So rather than that, duplicating this data, so why we can't have a formula that can even look up from left side, not even from right side. So that's where index and match will help us. Okay, the combination of
Yes.
index and match is going to help us. So let's see what is the index first, and then what is match, and then we're gonna see how both mixed can we help. We were discussing index and match, and what do you think when you think about index? When you have some book and you just want to, to see the menu of this book, and you have some topics, right?
Hmm.
And you can find the position of each topic specifically, right? You just go to menu of the topic, menu of the book, and you can even find which topic is numbered at what position, right? Even including the page numbers.
Yes.
So just remember when you think about index function, just remember that menu of the book, and it will returns a value at a specific position, right?
Yes.
Now match is something like you're matching something, and it will give a position. Okay, if you match something, let's say there are three people in a classroom, and you're trying to match all of these three. There could be ranking 1 2 3, right? Or there could be
Yes.
possibility that two people are getting first rank and the third one is getting second rank if there is a tie between two people, right?
Yes.
Just remember these basic things like when you think about index and match. Okay. Now we're gonna
Okay.
see like how we are going to apply the index. Okay. Just okay. Go to insert function. Okay. So In index, we have two types of arguments that we can go ahead with. First one is array, row num, and column number. Second one is this one, reference, row num, column number, area number. We're gonna use the first one, okay? Let's say okay. So we have an array. So what basically this array is is a range of cells or array constant. Okay. So row num
Okay.
is just like how what is the row number? Column number is which column you want to pick this list. Okay. So let's say we're gonna pick some array. Okay, let's pick this employee ID array. Okay, then comma. So what is the row number? So let's say 6 is our row number. Okay, 6 is our row
Okay.
number, and let's say 3 is our column number. 6 comma 3. So what exactly is there at 6 comma 3? Let's say this one. Okay, this is 6
Yeah.
AC, and the third column is AC, right? Third 6
Yes.
third column. So just enter it. So we are taking whole table, sixth row, and what is this third column, right? It's returning AC. Okay.
Yes.
Instead of this one column, we have taken the entire table. Okay. So if we take one column, let's say if we take one column, what is going to happen? Let's check out this. We want to let's take this one. Okay. We want to A38. We only need to refer the sixth row on first column. I think that's the limitation we will have because we are taking only first column. Okay. If you take entire table
Okay.
A2 to I38, then we can refer any column. Third one, it's returning department. Okay. So it is giving you the specific position. What is there in that specific position? The value. Okay. At column 6, at row 6 and column third, it is AC. Okay. The value it is giving, right? Is here, column row 6 and column 3. Value it is giving, right? Value. Okay. Now match will give
Okay.
the position. Okay. Let's use the match is equal to match. And what is our lookup value? Let's say, let's consider this as lookup value, comma. What is our lookup array? Let's take this as lookup array. Okay, comma. So what kind of matches we have? We want exact match. Let's take it 0. Okay, enter. So it is 5. 1078. It is at fifth position. 1078. Yeah, it's at fifth position, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth position. That is based on from D2 to D38. If it is D1, okay, let's say D1. From here to D1 to D38, let's say what position, what is that we will get it. Yes, it is, we are getting sixth position, right? If it is D2 to D38, it is fifth. If it is D1 to D38, it is sixth position. And the reason is that uh, based on reference, if I'm taking from DT to D38, the 1078 is falling at fifth position. Okay, see here,
Okay.
position. If I am taking the reference D1 to D38, it is falling at sixth position, right? That's where
Yes.
it's coming in. Okay. Now let's come back and try to understand like the the mix of index and match. The a major aim with this is that to do a left lookup. Let's say employee ID is here and department is here, and we want, let's say for example, 1054 is an employee ID. The department is 80, and this we cannot do with the normal VLOOKUP, right? So we cannot go from left to left side in a normal VLOOKUP. We can only go right to right side in a normal VLOOKUP. But going back is only possible with index and match, right?
Okay.
It's clear.
Got it. Yes. Yes.
So let's try that. Okay, is equal to index. Now I'm going to use index first. So array, row number, and column number. We have three arguments over here. So what is that array? Okay, what exactly we are looking? Okay, that's what we will check it out. What exactly we are looking? Okay, so let's say so array is something like which the value which we are looking. It is C22, C38. Okay, we are looking for department, right?
Okay.
So row number. Row number is something like which is uh, the value position. Okay, from which position we,
Mhm.
and this thing we can get using match. Just I have described just in the previous formula like how to use the match. So we're gonna use match. Okay. So our lookup value is this employee ID 1078. Our lookup array is this one, right? From this D2 to D38, we are going to look our employee ID. Then the exact match is 0, right? Now we have a column number, which is optional argument. If you see this column number in the square brackets, we can consider this as an optional argument. And let's close this bracket anyhow. Let's see we can use it at for different kinds of formulas. But for now, let's don't use that. So 1078 has the department AC, right? Right? That's what it is, right? This is not possible with the normal VLOOKUP. This is only possible with the index and match. Now let's drag it down. Okay, we got 1284 for MK. 1284 for MK. This is going backside, okay? And we got MF for 1299. MF, yeah, that's 1299 MF, okay? So these are the things like you need to understand in terms of index match and how the combination will work. Remember, firstly we are using index, and then for row number, let's say for row number we are using match again. Okay, match is
Okay.
lookup value and lookup table, then the hash type. So in match we have different type of matches. In VLOOKUP we have 1 or 0, right? True or false. False is the exact match. So here also 0 is an exact match. 1 is an uh, like true value. We have -1 as well over here, which is kind of the smallest value that is greater than or equal to lookup value. The value in the lookup array argument must be placed in descending order. For example, true, false, Z to A. So this is a condition that comes up whenever there is a kind of sequential order is available. Say for example, there is a sequential order of like from highest to lowest. Then this -1 arguments comes into picture. Okay.
Okay.
So, but largely we use only 0 over here. Remember that. Just like in VLOOKUP case. So I think we have covered a lot of topics today. So just go through them, and even
Yes.
if you have any kind of questions, like even if you want to understand different scenarios, even in math,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
This
So
is
this week I'm gonna go with a lot of stuff, and then most probably if I have any questions, I will ask you next in our next class, same
yeah, sure,
time.
sure. So we're gonna wind up today. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see.